sun is down, we're having fun. Running down, Amanda with you. Let's float around, hang out on clouds. Or looking down, have a hangover. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. Hey. Mm-hmm. Ah. Cause I'm not like them, I can't pretend. Mm-hmm. Numbed it with you. Mm-hmm. Hang out on clouds. I'm looking down. I'm a hangover. Pistachio ice cream. Oh. Delicious. Positively delicious. Gelato. Nice. Tiramisu. That's good. We used to have a place in my town in New York. It's called Mona Lisa's Cafe. I had fresh gelato. So good. We didn't go there much because it was very expensive. Is Cold Stone gelato? I wonder. Oh, you have heard of that place? I don't know how many places they had. I thought it was local. I lived in Rochester. Oh, Cold Stone's different. Yeah. Well, Mona Lisa Cafe had gelato. It was really good. I wonder what the difference is. And this is just Ben and Jerry's ice cream. I love Ben and Jerry's. To me, they contend with like a lot of the best places. More pure. It's good stuff. That's why it's more expensive. More. Not yet. Only the purest. It's 99.9% pure. We'll take you for a ride and drop you off on your face. Mm-hmm. It used to be my nickname, actually, serial killer, because I had no emotions because I'm super autistic. So I'd just be like, pretty much like that. My cousin slapped me in the face once. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Takes one to know him. We're all technically tools. That's the funny thing. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay. Mathematician? No. I don't really know rudimentary math. I'm not good with it. I never learned it. I always had my teachers doing everything for me. I was good at emotionally manipulating people. I'm a manipulator. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I'm having fun. Oh, mind it with you. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Are you a mathematician? Trolls are out, yeah. Mm. Um, like originally New York, but like now South Carolina. Because I lived here, I moved here with my dad. A few years ago now. And then I um I um I Yeah, my grandma had a condo that she bought down here, and yeah, I lived there for a while with my dad. I paid about $600 for rent. And then my dad met a girl, and then everything fell apart for me because, that's what girls do, sadly. Um, so then I was living in my car for about 16 days. And then some guy randomly messaged me, found my information on a site that I didn't even know I was on. Like, this is so strange, And he's like, I live right near you. So I was like, I'm living in my car, and he's like, well, I have a couch, and then now I'm here, and I'm renting from him. I never really talked to him or anything. I'm just here. That's my story, I guess. Visit the Southmore, Alabama. Yeah, I wonder what is in Alabama. It's not too far from me. It's only 6 hours away. Alabama. Yeah. Yeah, well, I could recommend Carolina for sure because it's so nice. Hey, CJ. Yeah, it's real nice. I just went outside at 78 degrees. And, I don't know about cheaper. Well, for me, I only rent, so. I always been like that, find someone with a house that needs rent, and it just makes simple for me. But yeah, he pays close to 2,000. He pays probably over 2,000 for this place. It's a house. And yeah, and that's what we paid my dad at my other place at the condo. We paid 2,000, over 2,000. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was like, I thought it was like 10,000 or something. 8,000 maybe. What a scam. Properties tax. Like, what the fuck even is that? To pay for a place, a plot of land that you have a house that you perhaps own, to be taxed. Property. You know? What the fuck? They never cease to stop trying to get you. Thanks, Larry. Just to move to Pennsylvania. Yeah, Pennsylvania, I mean, it's alright. I wouldn't say, I'd say if you're going to Pennsylvania, I would say just stay in New York or move to Rochester. Even Rochester sucks. It all kind of sucks, though. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Besides, I don't know. That's always the warm weather is the best for me. Like, I just sat outside for a second. Like, it's just warm air. I mean, and it's, it's January. I mean, it kind of just like, you can sit out there in your shorts right now, It's like, it's amazing. Yeah, I mean, you can't really get away from that. That's the thing. I mean, the dream is to become, right, so financially secure that nothing matters. You can go and you can do as you please, But not many people get to do that. It doesn't have to be a reality. Where the system is, system was created by anyone, by people. We could create a system that works better, So that's why we are on Earth, is to create. If we don't create, then what is the point, Really talking about generational wealth. Just talking about creation for the sake of creation. Like, man in the wheel, And then geometry. And then, degrees. And then, the calendar year. And then, it's all made up. Everything is made up. What's the point? Only in our imaginations. Who's crashing it? Oh, no. Yeah, I mean, that's just how it is, bro. I mean, it's just a fact. Everything we've created, we create in our heads, and everything that ever was an idea at some point, was a concept at some point, and, well, then became a concept. Idea becoming a concept. Yeah. And if we have a you know. Yeah. Yeah, constructive law rules, constructive rules is the foundation of morality. Arbitrary rules. Yeah. Well, you know, it's like I say to everyone, is we are all very capable, but in a world like this, it's like Nietzsche says, you know, there's no quicker way to um what is the quote? There is no quicker way to corrupt the youth by holding the ones that think the same in higher esteem than the ones that think differently. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, and that's what we have is that, like, if I did an experiment and told you to close your eyes and think of a circle, would you be able to think of a circle? Would you just see just a circle? No, you could do that experiment with a few people and then ask everyone what they see. Now, if you want to do that with me, we could do an experiment. You guys want to do that with me? It's kind of a fun little thing. I'd like to close your eyes and imagine a circle. Alright. Do you guys Okay. Now, what did you see when you thought about the circle? Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, I don't, probably not much, because I didn't see anything for a minute too. But then I saw a blue circle with like glowing, and I saw like a rocket going in the circle, and then I saw a a parachute, a guy parachute out of it, and then and then it was in space. The circle was in space, like stars and stuff. What did you see, Jessica? For some reason, that's where my brain went. It went into space a lot of the time. Yeah. Were we supposed to get a meaning of infinity? Well, no, I mean, it's just to see where our minds go when we try to think of one thing. Some people won't be able to focus on the task at all, you know? Like, some people will close their eyes, they see nothing. Some people will close their eyes and see, the point is, it's, it's going to be different, or, and based on the point of time that we do this experiment, it's going to be always different what you see, and it's going to be different based on the food that you eat today, or or you know the sugar intake that you have, or the water intake that you have, or you know like all these variables, like you know I mean, Jessica saw a rainbow. That's not, you know that wasn't the task. So it's like, it's like, it's just imagination. It's just like there's no wrong answer. It's a rainbow. A circle in space with that's orbiting around a that's just Mach speeds in a circle. Well, no, I mean, it wasn't supposed to be like any task. It was the point that is that people won't be able to focus on the task. That was kind of a point that I was making. It was that people will drift away from the task. When you close your eyes, either you see nothing, or you see, you know, some motif of that you're just projecting, that doesn't have anything to do with uh you know the task. Yeah, it's just a mind experiment. Yeah, it's see where we can go. Or, like I said, like Nietzsche, those that think differently from those that think the same. But nobody ever really thinks the same. It's kind of the point. Also, I mean, there could be the people that are good, academically, right? And like good with, these math equations and quantifying things and science, right? And then I guess, yeah, the point is everyone's different. Even if it appears to be the same, like, you know, we could be taking the same test, right? And like, we could be varying on our skills on the test, like the things that we know and the things we don't know, right? And then we get graded, and all those grades are different, and then all those, all the ways that we're thinking are different as well. You know, that's basically what why I said that. That's kind of what it means to me is, some people see nothing. Like, that's okay. Some people will see some sort of thing, some image, you know. Yeah. No, it's not wrong. It's all just, because it's made up stuff. It's a made up boundary. You're welcome. Maybe. What does it matter, No. Hello. Yeah, he's gone. You guys think ever like how arbitrary it is that we move forward and never back? Or never like yeah, linearly, yeah, in life and everything, like we move through these eras, like chronologically. Like, how, there's some tweets I see, like Elon Musk, like, says, like, he's like, the future should look like the future. Well, like, what does that mean, really? You know? I mean that, like, we saw like Back to the Future, you know, these they're old cars, but they can fly, right? And we have hoverboards, but there's still shops, and like that's still a way of, like, now it's more like, well, there's shops, but you got Amazon, you got all these big conglomerates. Hmm. Yeah, technology advancements. Yeah. But like, what if we haven't like achieved enough? What if we're so behind? You know, like we didn't, we failed to observe things, and we just grew. You know, because there's much to be learned. Like that we maybe have surpassed now, like since surpassed, like that we leave behind. Like, you say, like, ontologically, like, math, science, literature, all of these, you know, um, the made up teachings, science, all this stuff, like, that, maybe, like, sort of Einstein predicted, like, where everyone, when technology would exceed a certain point, that everyone would become stupid, or, like, we don't, I don't know. Yeah, like idiocracy, but like, that we're failing to recognize things because of technology. Because with when we didn't have as much technology, we had to observe and figure out things ourselves through trials, you know. And like, I'm like, oh, what if we missed something that was way important, a science of some sort, or that is maybe greater than the new up and coming, AI, you know, kind of thing, you know, like we're missing pieces. You know how, someone starts something. This is how, like, science advances, right? Somebody starts something, and then through the errors, the epochs of time, we then add to it, right? Through different people, like, right? Like, it started with somebody, and then maybe it never really ends, and then, like, I have a theory. Yeah, we always move forward, and sometimes I don't understand why modern, contemporary arts, never that great, you know? Like, if you look at modern arts, it's not good. Like, we lose something, along the way too, you know. I feel like we keep losing more and more as we advance, is the point. You know, you could be wrong, but, you know, everything started with one idea, like the moon and the tide, right? Or something. I think Aristotle or something, I think he was the first one to talk about the moon and the tide and high tide and low tide and having it, you know, I think they thought it had something to do with the sun, but it really had to do with the moon. And what the yeah, um, and we just keep going down, you know, the observational rabbit hole. I guess I don't know what I'm trying to say. It just going in circles, but like build stuff, make cars, yeah. My favorite food, it's always been steak, medium rare steak. Complexes. Well, that's already been done, you know. Complexes aren't already a concept. It's like, I don't know. Good steak, yeah. Swim? Oh, dude, I don't know. A long time. Last summer, sometime last, well, 2 summers ago now. No, never skinny dipped. I don't know. I guess the point is we can go as far as our imagination. Is that what? That's what I mean, CJ. And our imaginations should be boundless. I don't know. I use a lot of things like because I'm not an average person. You know, none of us really are. But I mean, like in my thinking process and like the way that I feel things, think about them. Like I have to feel things because I'm an empiricist. Um, yeah. And like, yeah, like those weird things like that I have these quirks or like satiety, uh, you know, things that other people I have that other people don't have, and vice versa. I always think we should lean into more of that sometimes. Like, and yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Just English. My brother is learning. He's bilingual. He learns Ukrainian, but he forgets it too because it's a very difficult language. But he knows most things. But yeah, that's interesting. Ukrainian, yeah, and Russian, many other things. Mostly Western and Eastern European. Yeah. The collation. Yeah. Mostly, yeah. Well, Slavic. And then like Germanian on my mom's side. Slovenian. Slovenian is like Slavic, also, I think. And then, yeah, Austrian, Austrian, Slovenian, Italian, French, German, Ukrainian, Russian, Italian. Did I say Italian? Yeah. Ukrainian, Russian, English. It's pretty much what makes me me. From my ethnicity. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we are the makings of amalgamation of of all. Yeah. I'm sorry, what? Russian? Yeah. Russian, Ukrainian, Slovenian, Italian, Austrian, English, French. Oh, it's a joke. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's far. Yeah. Eastern European, yeah, mostly. Yeah. Well, Eastern and Western. But yeah, I mean, because those are very strong genes, is usually on the Eastern European side is more prominent, it feels like. Usually they're the most adopted genes, I get my dad's facial features. Like, what is it? heterozygous genes. Like my dad being Ukrainian, Russian, these are usually prominent features, and usually we have strong features, strong masculine features, like my cleft chin, which my mom sort of has, but she has more of like not cleft, but like a sort of, I don't know what you would call it. It's like, I don't know, like an apple shape. Like she has like the feminine version of, I guess, my dad's chin. Dad has the mask. Yeah. Cleft chin and the cleft. Cleft chin is I think prominent in Russian and Slavic areas. At least I think so. I'm just guessing. Shot yourself? Yeah, absolutely. I've shot myself. I mean, I almost did when I was on the phone with my brother. He was talking, and my brother had a brand new BMW X5. He was talking about his BMW, and I just lifted up my leg and I ripped one. I was like, "Do you hear that?" He's like, "No." Like I shot myself. Yeah. I'm not Jewish, no. No Jewish, no. My mom is Christian, and my dad's side of the family Roman independent Catholic. So you go through the rigmarole, the very boring, what do you call them? The very boring sermons. Sell that shit. Oh, I do sell it. But, people don't want to buy right now. Do you want to buy? No Romani? No. Independent Catholic. On my dad's side. That's what they are. So you go, called St. Joseph's. One of the churches, Ukrainian churches, go to. We used to. And it's a lot of big sermons, long, arduous, dry sermons, mostly spoken in Ukrainian. Well, all spoken in Ukrainian. Oh, yeah. Pretty annoying. But yeah, I mean, that's the extent of my religion, you know, bequeathed onto me. Family. But yeah, no, but we're not very religious. Nope. Marvel. Uh, I'm not too big on like these superhero movies or things like. Not too big on it. I'm not big on movies in general. If I have to, I watch it because just to pass time. Yeah, a lot of people do. Yeah. Yeah. I think they made entirely too many movies, really, and I don't just kind of to me I just don't really care for it, I guess. As much. Just not for me. But some of them, yeah, like you know, some of like like the originals, like well, I was thinking when I was saying they made too entirely too much movies, I was referring to like um whatchamacallit, yeah, the Avengers and stuff. I don't like those movies. Like, yeah, okay, I like Captain America. I like you know all the other um yeah, the other ones, the original OGs like Spider-Man. Some of the Spider-Man, and then when it gets to like the Homecoming thing and this all this bullshit, it's like I don't know. I like a lot of the old school Marvel. Like that's what I like. Like what's his name? Like Tobey Maguire, he's Spider-Man to me. Like no matter what. And I don't want to even watch any of the other ones that you know. No, no, I don't know what that is. No. Yeah. Like to be myself. Anyways, everyone's gone, I feel like now. Why'd you leave me behind? Ya da da da, ya da da da, ya da 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 da. Chatterbait, no man. No, I just don't have the patience. Oh, there you are. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have the. I mean, I could get on there if I just get a new card. Hello. I just need a new ID card. Um. Oh. So, and that's I don't know. Yeah, I know. I would. I just have to make my way to the DMV then. Get this a new stupid ID. I'm just so lazy. I went there one time. I went to the DMV the one time and it was closed. It was Thanksgiving. It was after Thanksgiving. It was like the day or the weekend of Thanksgiving, Saturday, and they were closed. Or wait, yeah, it was closed. Yeah, it was Saturday or Friday. No, it was Friday. Earning more money. Yeah, no. Well, it's never a bad thing. Yeah, but I just have things in the working. We'll see. And you know, we'll see. You know, luckily, money's pretty okay. Like, pretty easy for me to make if I want it. Not like, I just hustle. I just use, my unskilled thing. I'm just super lazy. And that's not too bad. Yeah, no, I'm not making excuses. I'm saying I went there once and I was just so annoyed. And I said I would go there Monday, but I never did because I just hate it. And I would if I needed to, and I didn't. At that point, I didn't need to. But yeah. It's a good question. I don't know. I'm a nobody. You must be nobody too. Mary Burgeons. I used to say that in the mirror and I was gone. Gone. I wasn't out of my body. I'd be like looking at myself in the mirror. Who am I? What does it mean to be me? I used to have that when I was a kid. And be done with, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Don't know. All I can tell you is my psychosis. My genius. My abstract mind. I mean, if you just look around, we're surrounded by needless conventions. It's that simple. I hate that. I despise it. Hmm. Alright. See ya, guys. Devai.